I stepped into my backyard with my morning coffee. Everything felt normal at first, but then something caught my eye. A shadow that definitely wasn't there before. I looked up and froze. There was a balcony hanging over my yard. Not near it, not close to it. Directly over it. And standing on it was my neighbor. Arms crossed, watching me. Like she had been waiting for this moment. Like she owned everything she could see. I pointed up and yelled, "What is that?" She didn't even flinch, just adjusted her sunglasses and smiled. "Oh, she said casually. "It's my new balcony," like it was completely normal. Like my yard didn't exist. I just stood there, trying to process it. A balcony over my property. How does that even happen? Who thinks that's okay? Tanit Hitmed, the construction noise from the past few weeks. The workers near the fence. This was what they were building. I remembered asking one of the workers why they were measuring so close to my yard. He didn't answer back then. Now I knew why. I didn't waste another second. I walked straight to her front. This wasn't a misunderstanding anymore. It was a problem. I knocked. Hard. A few seconds later, the door opened. And there she was again. Looking completely unbothered. She looked at me like nothing was wrong. Like this was just another normal day. No apology. No explanation. "Hustatit, your balcony is over my yard." Primera Said, firmly trying to stay calm. Trying. Not to lose Italiano, but this was insane. She shrugged. "Just airspace," she said. Like that somehow made it okay. Like rules didn't apply to her. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Airspace. Seriously? Seriously? This wasn't a joke. This was my property. She waved her hand like I was overreacting. "You're making a big deal out of nothing." That is, say when he connect. Talking wasn't going to fix this. I walked away. Not because I gave up, but because I had a plan. And she had no idea. That night, I started digging Property Laws, building codes. Everything I could find. And what I found changed everything. Turns out, you can't just build over someone else's yard. Not even a little bit. Permits are required. And boundaries matter. The next morning, Primera Madre I called straight to the city office. No drama, no shouting. Just facts. I explained everything clearly. The balcony, the location. And within seconds, their tone changed. I explained everything clearly. The balcony, the location, the way it extended over my yard, and within seconds, their tone changed. This wasn't a small issue anymore. 2 days later, they weighed up city inspectors. And from the moment they stepped into my backyard, I knew things were about to shift. They looked up at the structure, carefully, measuring, observing, taking notes. Every detail mattered. And nothing was being ignored. For the first time, she didn't look so confident. She was still standing there, arms crossed, but her expression had changed. There was hesitation now. They spoke to her calmly. No shouting, no arguing. Just facts. Clear and direct. This wasn't allowed, her face said. Everything. Confusion. Disbelief. Like she genuinely thought she could get away with it. Like rules didn't apply to her. Then came the moments she didn't expect. They handed her an official notice. Something she couldn't ignore. Something she couldn't talk her way out of. I stood back and watched. Quietly, there was no need for me to say anything anymore. The situation was handling itself. She tried to argue, tried to explain her side, but it didn't matter. The decision had already been made. Rules are rules, and teased. Tease time! They were being enforced. That's when it finally hit her. This wasn't going away. This wasn't something she could brush off. Ties was real. A few days later, the workers came back. The same ones who built at Batistine. They weren't adding anything. They were taking it all down. Piece by piece, the balcony started disappearing. Every board removed, every nail undone, like it was never meant to be there. She stood there, watching quiet. No comments, no attitude. Just silence. And honestly, that said more than anything else. I watched too. Not out of anger. Not even satisfaction. Just closure. What once looked permanent, now looked temporary. Fragile. Out of place. And then finally, the last piece came down. Who's like that? It was over. The sky above my yard was clear again. No shadows. No structure. Just open space. The way it was, supposed to be. I took a deep breath. Everything felt calm. Again. Normal. Peaceful. She quietly went back inside. No words. No eye contact. Nothing left to say. And just like that, it was done. Some people think rules don't apply to them until Tato. And when reality hits, it hits hard. This was never about revenge. It was about boundaries, thought about standing your ground. Even when it is uncomfortably, because sometimes doing nothing feels easier. But speaking up, that's what actually makes the difference. And in the end, the truth always wins. No matter how high someone builds, it can always come down. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like and subscribe. And tell me, where are you watching from? I read every comment. See you in the next one. See you in the next one.